Just so you know, if you notice these scratches on my arm while I'm talking in this video, it was this guy, okay? Hi guys, so as you can probably tell from the title, today I'm going to be doing a video on I bought the Instagram ads for a whole week. So I'm going to test out the products that I bought from those ads and see if they're any good, if they're worth the money. I always love watching these kinds of videos, so I thought it'd be fun to film one myself. So for every day of the week, I bought a product off an Instagram ad that came up on my feed on that day. And if some of these products are advertised to you, then you can see what I think of them before you have to spend your money on them. So without further ado, let's get into the video. On the first day, I got advertised this product, which is the Rodial Banana Lowlighter, and I've seen a lot of ads for this product, but I wasn't sure if it was worth spending the money on because it's quite expensive for what it is. It looks like a concealer, and I thought, is it really worth the money? So anyway, for the video, I obviously ordered it. It says a lip from within complexion enhancer. So perhaps it's not even just a concealer, maybe it's more of a brightener, or maybe it's a bit of both. Healthy looking radiance, dewy and fresh looking skin. Apply to areas of face to highlight and define. Okay, so off the bat it sounds like it's not going to do much in the way of covering, but more so sort of highlighting and brightening. This particular product comes in just the one shade, which is banana, and then I think there are two other names. So yeah, this particular shade should really be a one size fits all in terms of like fairer complexions, which I found really interesting. If it's not a concealer, then it doesn't really need to be specific to your skin tone. I guess if it's doing more of a brightening, I don't know, I guess we'll see. So I got this for £30 because I had a discount code, but usually it's £38, which that's pretty much 40 quid. So 40 quid for kind of concealer, brightener, whatever the hell this is. I'm hoping I'm gonna look lit from within like it says. Roll the testing clip. Sorry for the jump scare. I've only got tinted SPF on right now, so I thought I would go ahead and put the Banana Lowlighter on under my eyes, and anywhere else I think needs a bit of brightening, and see what it looks like. Seems like quite a good sized product and nice big applicator. How much do you actually get in here? 5.5ml. Yeah, I like the size of the applicator and seems like quite a big bottle. So I'm gonna put some under the eye, small-ish amount for now, maybe a bit on my chin, forehead. These are kind of the places that I would put concealer anyway, because concealer you tend to get in a lighter shade, so it does do a bit of brightening anyway. Maybe a little bit around my nose. I'm gonna follow the directions that say to blend with your fingertips. So I'm gonna just pat with my fingertips. It's quite a liquidy sort of formula, like it's quite thin and blendable. I can see how this is kind of a one shade fits all fair skin tones because there's very minimal coverage. So it's probably a good idea to use fingertips to keep as much of the product that you can. Okay, so that is how my skin is looking now. As I said, there's not a whole lot of coverage, and I mean, I wasn't really expecting that anyway because it does say that it's an illuminator and complexion enhancer, but I kind of thought that maybe there would be a little bit more, and it is definitely tinted, but it is definitely more of a brightening kind of illuminator. So I think it's nice, like it does a good job of brightening, I would say. Maybe I'll go in with another layer and see what that's like, kind of see how it builds as well. So yeah, I think another layer has definitely added a little bit more brightness and a bit more tint, but like I said, it is not a full coverage concealer or anything like that. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the effect and how it looks. I don't know if I would say it was worth the money. I feel like maybe you could get a cheaper sort of drugstore product that does a similar thing. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I do definitely look brightened and a bit more alive than I did before. So on Saturday, I got an ad for this brand, which is called Reformed. And to be honest with you, I was kind of sucked in by the cute glass bottle. So I was like, let's give this a go. I thought if the product was any good as well, then it's a bonus really. So from the looks of things, this brand does healthy coffee and it also does matcha. The coffee and matcha all have collagen in them, and obviously collagen is good for like your skin, nails, hair, that kind of thing. So I signed up for the subscription and I'm gonna cancel it if I don't want to keep receiving it. I paid $39.99, which is I believe the price of the actual bag of coffee, but then you get all the extra bits free. This is the bag of coffee that came in the box, and then also you got the storage tin, a scoop, the cute glass bottle, although it seems a bit smaller than I kind of expected it to be, but an electric milk frother. I actually already have one of these, so I didn't really need it, but you can't really choose not to get it. So yeah, all of this for $39.99, so I'd say that's pretty good. And apparently all of that comes to $94.99, so I don't know, you know, how accurate that is, but it does seem to suggest you're getting a lot of value for money there with the extra free bits. But back to the main product. This is the vegan collagen black coffee. I chose to get the vegan one instead of the bovine collagen because I'm vegetarian, infused with an essential blend of vitamins, minerals, and functional mushrooms. So there's a lot more to it actually than just the collagen. It seems like it's got a whole host of extra good stuff in there. Reformed is your daily source of holistic energy, blending nature's finest ingredients to nurture your inner peace, while its potent fusion of protein and coffee invigorates your body and mind. It's more than coffee, it's your daily sanctuary for nourishment, growth, and vitality. Wow, it is promising a lot. And so if I'm not feeling revitalized, re-energized, and basically reborn, then I want my money back. Basically, this coffee is going to make me feel brand new. Here's hoping anyway. Looking at the ingredients, it's got mostly collagen, 69% vegan collagen peptides. It sounds like it's got vanilla in it as well, so that's great for me because I'm a sweet tooth girly. Also says no added sugar. So yeah, let's go try this out and see if it's my new favorite go-to coffee. Okay, so I've got all my coffee bits ready to go. This is the cute glass bottle that I was excited about, and it has actually some measuring lines on here, which is really helpful, although it's come scratched, which I'm a little bit sad about. I don't know if you can see that there, but I'll get over it. I'm excited to taste the coffee and see what it's like. Add 1 scoop of powder, add 250 ml cold or hot water or milk, and shake if cold or stir if hot. I wonder if I can use this with hot. I don't want to break it. I'll probably just make it cold for ease and also to prevent this from breaking the first time I use it. But this actually says 22 servings in here, so £40 for 22 servings, so quick maths, that is about, well, divided by 10 would be 4, divided by 20 would be 2. Roughly just under £2. That's quite a lot, isn't it? £2 per serving? But I guess it's got a lot of good stuff in it, so we'll see if it's worth it. I also just noticed that all the accessories have this logo on it. It's a nice little touch that they're all branded and engraved. I'm gonna give it a smell first of all. Oh my goodness, I wasn't expecting it to look like that. I was expecting it to be like all dark, like how instant coffee looks, but it looks a little bit like protein powder mixed with like some small brown bits in it. Can you see that? It's like mostly beige. I wasn't expecting that, but maybe that's all the collagen. It smells really sweet actually, and a little bit of coffee, mostly sweet, which I'm not mad at because like I said, I'm a sweet tooth girl. So I'm gonna go in with the scoop, put this in the bottle. I don't know whether to top this up with milk or water. Maybe I'll do half and half. So I've put half water in and that's already dissolving, and I'm gonna top the rest up with soya milk. Ooh. This is how it is looking. I always love that effect of when coffee is kind of mixing, but I'm gonna mix it properly with the electric milk frother. Oh, it doesn't have any batteries. I guess I'll use my one that I have right here, which does have batteries in it. Here we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna taste test. It looks really nice. That's really nice actually. From the smell, I thought it was going to be way too sweet, but actually it tastes like coffee for the most part, which is good. Like it's not overpoweringly sweet, but there is like a hint of sweetness. This would obviously be even nicer if I had some ice in it, but I don't have any ice right now. But yeah, that tastes really creamy and delicious. I think it would still taste nice if you just did water, if you wanted it slightly healthier, I guess. Or it would probably taste even more delicious if you did all milk, but I think that might be a bit much, so. I'm really pleased with that, and that I actually like it because it costs quite a lot of money for just under £2 per coffee. And I do usually use those coffee capsules that go in my espresso machine, and they probably work out to around £1 per coffee, maybe a little bit less, a little bit more. This is quite a bit more than that, but you are getting all the extra benefits with it as well. And I'm glad that it doesn't taste like weird, like you wouldn't be able to tell that it had any of that extra stuff in it. So yeah, I obviously can't tell you how the collagen has had an effect on me because this is the first time I'm drinking it, but I will definitely update you in the future if I'm noticing a difference. I think it does sort of have a little bit of that instant coffee taste to it, and that's to be expected because it literally just dissolved straight away like instant coffee does. But yeah, I'm not mad at it. It tastes really nice, and I'm looking forward to continuing to drink it and see if I notice any differences or benefits in how I feel or how I look. I just thought I'd do a little test as well with the lid on. Yeah, that doesn't seem to be leaking whatsoever. Cheers. So on Sunday, I got advertised something which I've actually been considering purchasing for a while. So I'm guessing this is why the algorithm suggested it to me, because it's like, hey, we know you're interested in this product. So yeah, this is the Nodpod, and it is actually a sleeping mask but also a weighted blanket at the same time. It's basically like a weighted sleeping mask. I struggle a bit with my sleep. I don't get the most restful sleep. I've tried taking magnesium for a while, and you know, sort of sleep sprays, standard eye masks, and listening to, you know, sounds, whether that's rain or calming meditations before I try and go to sleep, or even reading before bed. So I have tried a lot of different things, and I actually first saw this in a TikTok ages and ages ago. If I can find it, then I will put it on screen or in the description or something. But this girl was saying that she has had the most incredible night's sleep after using these products, and one of the products was this. So she was laying on her back and had this over her eyes, but also with a scarf wrapped around her head, and she just said that, you know, she had the most deep and restful sleep that she's ever had, and it was amazing. So like I said, this is the Nodpod. It is a weighted blanket for your eyes. It says gentle pressure, better sleep. I haven't actually tried a weighted blanket. Maybe that's something I should try. I just thought the idea of this sounded really nice, having that sort of pressure on your head and your eyes as you're, I don't know, it might sound horrible to some people, but to me I thought that might be a really nice sort of calming feeling. It says on the back, 3-minute magic. When gentle pressure is applied to the body, it has an incredible calming effect. The science behind this is known as deep touch pressure, but you'll think it's magic. Lay freely or secure with pull-through slit. Jersey cotton cool side, flip for warm micro fleece side. Stays flexible out of the freezer. Oh, I didn't realise you could put this in the freezer. That's kind of cool. On the top it says, can't wait to sleep with you. That's a bit cheeky. So I'm just going to open this up and see what it's like. And I ordered it in this really cute sage green colour. I can already feel the weight from it actually. It feels really nice. So let me just open it up and then I can feel what it's like. Ooh, it feels really nice and soft. Ooh, it sounds like a Beanie Baby. Okay, it feels kind of like it has a gentle weight. Like it's not, I guess, as heavy as I thought it was going to be, but I think this kind of weight will actually be enough when it's on your eyes and your head. You probably wouldn't want any heavier than this. So it's got the jersey side and then the fleecy side, and then there's the branding here embroidered on the bottom, and I'm really happy with the colour. It's really cute. I think they also had pink and grey and maybe like a black, I'm not sure. And yeah, there's that little slit they mentioned, although that looks like quite a lot of fabric to fit through that tiny little slit, so I guess we'll see. My only concern is that I am a side sleeper, and apparently you can use this when you're sleeping on your side. You just have this kind of laying across your face as opposed to like on top of your face. So yeah, I'm interested to see whether I'll be able to suddenly sleep on my back with this and be transformed into a back sleeper. In terms of price and what I paid for this, I paid £26.47, and that was instead of £29.99 because I had a discount code again. If it does really transform the way I sleep, then that is £30 well spent. So yeah, let's see how I go with it. So I've spent a few nights now trying out the Nodpod, and I have to say I don't think I've yet fallen asleep with it on. on. So it's not been revolutionary for me yet, sadly. I really hope that, you know, the first time I used it that I was just going to fall asleep like that, but that didn't happen. I think it takes a little bit of getting used to, like, trying out different sleeping positions with it, but I must say, like, the feeling of having the pressure is definitely relaxing. And, you know, it said it takes 3 minutes, and I do think, you know, within that time or like around that time, you do definitely feel relaxed, and the weight is enough that you feel that pressure, but it's not too heavy. I haven't been transformed into a back sleeper. I have tried a few times, but I just end up turning onto my side, and you can still use it on your side. The instructions actually say to use the outer two sort of sections, and then the flat section can go between your head and the pillow, and I do find that that does stay on quite nicely and is comfortable to lie in that position with, and it is lovely and soft. And I must say that the cooling jersey side does definitely feel cool and stays that way. Equally, the soft sort of fleece side does feel nice and cozy. I don't begrudge buying it, and I don't think the price is too bad. You could probably make your own actually if you really wanted to, and you're good with sewing. So yeah, I think the jury's out for me on this one. It's a good product. I just think I'm always going to have a little bit of trouble getting to sleep and sleeping restfully, but yeah, I'm going to keep trying it. So yeah, I would give it like maybe like a semi thumbs up on this one. So the next day I got advertised for a top from Lounge, which is usually known for its underwear. I have a few Lounge underwear pieces already, but I think they've only recently started doing clothing. So yeah, I got advertised this top and I thought that looks really pretty, and it's in the colour of the season, which is butter yellow. I thought it would be interesting to try out their clothing because I know they've done loungewear as well, but I think they're moving more into actual daytime and going out type of clothing. And I think they've also just recently launched a new collection which is all sort of floral and summery print dresses, and it looks really, really cute. But the one that was advertised to me was this corset top. So here it is. Let's open her up and see what she's like. I can feel already this is really structured. It's got boning in it. Okay, so this looks really cute actually. Ooh, look at the back. Wow, that's so pretty. So this is the top, like I said, is in the colour which is on trend at the moment, which is butter yellow, which is a colour that's everywhere all over social media and in clothing at the moment. So yeah, this is a really gorgeous colour for summer. And then this is the back. It's got the corset detailing and it's got really beautiful gold hardware, and I am a gold girly, and I think it goes really nicely with the yellow as well. As I said, it's got boning in it, so all of those sections there and on the back, they all have boning in, so it feels really well made and like it will sit nicely on my body. At the top there's a silicone rubber sort of strip to keep it held up as well, which is really good. So this cost me £45 because originally it's £50, but I had a 10% discount code and I got it in a size 10. So yeah, excited to see what it looks like. So this is what the corset looks like on. It's a really nice fit. I feel very pulled in, but obviously that's because it is a corset, and so I tightly pulled the strings on the back. Now I feel very sucked in and really nice and kind of secure in this. It's a really nice fit everywhere, and I don't feel like it's going to fall down or anything. I don't know if you can see, but I've just paired it with some jeans for a sort of more casual look, I guess, but you could definitely wear this with a skirt, maybe like a satin skirt, that would look cute, or like more formal trousers to kind of dress it up a little bit. White or cream trousers would look really nice with this, and then some like little mule type heels, that would be so cute. But yeah, I am really pleased with how it fits, how it looks, the colour, the quality feels really nice. If I'm being like really, really picky, I don't know if this bottom sort of like hem, it doesn't look completely straight, but I'm just being super picky. I think overall, like, it's really good value for money, and yeah, I just hope I get an occasion to wear it because, like I said, paired with some jeans, it kind of makes it a little bit more casual. But yeah, I probably wear this to something like a summer garden party or maybe like a birthday party. And having tried this bit of clothing out from Lounge, it definitely makes me feel like their new collections that they've just brought out will be a similar quality and fit and look as nice as this does. But yeah, overall I'm really pleased. I'm going to give it a solid thumbs up. So after that, I got this ad come up, which is for a cleaning brand called Purdy and Figg, and actually it's quite a local brand to me, so I thought that was really nice to support a local sort of small business. I thought I'd give it a go because anything to help motivate me do some cleaning is a good thing. It's kind of stupid, but if it helps me clean, then it helps me clean. And obviously the whole refillable idea is really good because it's eco-friendly. Like, you've got the glass bottle instead of plastic, and you've just got the little refills, and then you top it up with water, I think. It says it's non-toxic as well, and that's something else I get a little bit funny about, you know, like I don't really like the idea of using lots of different chemicals when I'm cleaning. I know that technically everything is a chemical, but you know what I mean. So yeah, this brand looks like it just uses sort of more minimal ingredients, you know, essential oils, which still can be harmful, but obviously if it's used in small doses and as the instructions kind of direct, then I'm assuming it is better for you than your standard sort of Dettol or whatever you get in the supermarket. So this is the box it came in, and it's got the branding on the front. Oh, and I remember choosing a certain set of scents, I think there were 2 choices to choose from, and I can't remember what I chose, so this will be a surprise. So this is what's inside the box. So yeah, you've got the 3 sort of small concentrate bottles there, and then a really cute cleaning cloth with the branding on it again, and then this is the really nice glass bottle, which feels really lovely and looks really aesthetic as well. So it all helps, okay? It all helps. And for what it's worth, this cloth is really soft, and it's not one of those cloths that kind of clings to the dry bits on your hands, because I hate that feeling. I got the orange and petit grain, I don't know how you say that. Patchouli and cedarwood and lemon and marjoram. So yeah, I just thought these scents, as opposed to the other ones, sounded a little bit more interesting. And I know that I like patchouli and cedarwood, and then the other ones sounded kind of citrusy. So the cost for the whole box was £15, down from 40, and then there was £2.95 shipping, so £17.95 overall. I think there was an offer on at the time, and then you can also get it on subscription. We'll see whether I like it enough to keep going with it. Oh, it actually comes with a little booklet that gives you a description of the different scents. And yeah, the scents that I didn't choose were I think were the signature ones, which are balancing floral, grounding vetiver, and uplifting citrus. So yeah, let's go get cleaning. Hello, welcome to my kitchen. This is my food preparation area, and it needs a bit of a wipe down. So I've got my 3 bottles here. Probably gonna give them a little smell first. So this is the orange and petit grain. Oh, that's quite strong, but I mean these are concentrates, so they're gonna smell strong. I'm not good at describing scents, so I'm not really sure how to describe that, but it just smells quite overpowering. This one is the lemon and marjoram. That one's not as overpowering, a bit more of a subtle scent, so that could be a contender. And lastly, I think this one might be the one that I like, patchouli and cedarwood. By the way, these are all the same purpose, so they're all for your multi-surface counter clean. Yeah, that's the one. It's kind of like a nice middle ground between those in terms of like not too overpowering. They all smell nice. I'm not as sure about the first one that I smelt, but I'm sure when it's actually watered down, it's not as strong. So yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. The instructions on the box say to pour the whole bottle in. Then it says fill the bottle to the neck with water and put the lid on and shake gently. I'm glad that that's not leaking at all. The last step on the box says spray onto surfaces around the home and find it quite enjoyable. So that's literally what it says. I think I'm just gonna spray the chopping board and then use some kitchen roll to mop it up, but then I'll probably use the nice cloth on the actual surface underneath. That's got a satisfying spray on it, I must say. And it does smell really nice as well. It just smells fresh and sort of, I don't know if it's floral or citrusy, kind of sweet smelling. Like I said, I'm awful at describing scents, but it seems to be doing the job at cleaning this chopping board. As you can see, it's picked up a nice amount of grease and grime. Now I'm going to take this away and clean the surface underneath it. It's really not too bad, but it could do for the once over. Like I said before, I am really pleased that this cloth is a really soft cloth and not those horrible kind of stick to your hands cloths. My surface is looking nice and clean now. There's a little bit of like, I don't want to say residue, but like maybe it just needs to dry a little bit. I mean, it looks clean, it smells clean, and the bottle is now, actually it matches with my salt and pepper grinders. So very pleased about that. It will sit nicely on the side and look pretty, and then I'll be far more likely to pick it up and use it. So that's the main thing, right? And I've got all this liquid to get through, but I've also got the 2 other bottles. So I think it's gonna last me a long time. I reckon that's probably worth the money. I don't think I'd spend any more than £15, but bearing in mind it did come with the bottle and the cleaning cloth, so it's for the whole set. I guess I'll have to check out how much the refills would cost on the subscription. But yeah, I'm gonna give this a thumbs up. The next ad that I got was for these Nike trainers, and as soon as I saw this, I just fell in love. I thought they were so gorgeous with the brown accents, and they just look so aesthetic. I don't really have that many cool trainers, so I thought, you know, treat myself. I thought they would go really lovely with brown clothing, whether, you know, that's a cute brown top, but I think they'd also go with a lot of different sort of neutral colours and jeans. So yeah, I'm excited to see what these look like. Here is the box, and I haven't opened it yet, so let's have a look. Oh, they're upside down. Oh, they look pretty though. Ah, they're really nice. Oh my gosh. So this is the shoe. It looks really cool. I love the like reflective details on it as well, and the mesh combined with the brown around the swoosh and this little bit here. Oh, and the little brown embroidery on the tongue. I ended up paying £72.98 for these, and originally they are $79.99. So I got a little discount again on these, but obviously for a pair of trainers, I think that's not bad. Trainers can go up to like £150 sometimes, or even more. So I actually think that's quite good, and I'm really excited to style them with an outfit and see what they look like on. So as you can see, I've just paired the trainers with some wide fit jeans, and they're really comfortable. I'm really pleased with how they fit and how they look, and I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of them. So on the last day, I got advertised for this earring stack, and I immediately thought they were so beautiful and dainty. I was especially interested in the first lobe piercing where the stud looks like it's kind of like an illusion, like a double crystal. I thought it looked really unique, but also just really pretty and dainty. So I went ahead and ordered those ones, but I also ordered some little huggy hoops as well for my second lobe piercing that have crystals all the way around as well. So I'm really excited to see what they look like in person. This is the little box that arrived. It did take a bit longer to come because it says made in Canada, so I didn't realise that they're a Canadian brand. And it also came with this little note which says, "We appreciate you, specially crafted for," and then they wrote my name, Lili. Get ready for an earful of compliments. See what you did there. So I think that's how you say the brand is Eyrful, even though it makes me want to say Eyrful, but that doesn't make any sense. So Eyrful makes a bunch more sense. So I'm going to open it up and see what they look like. Ooh, they're really cute. They look really pretty and dainty like I expected. These ones do look maybe slightly bigger in person, but then I guess when they're on your ear, hopefully they'll still look quite dainty. The hoops I ordered in a 6mm size. I wanted it to be a really snug fit against my lobe. So I'm hoping that they fit and they're not too much of a tight situation. So the bottom ones are called Astrid, and then the top ones I don't think have a particular name, but they're just your standard sort of pave huggies. And the price I paid for these was £73.80, down from £82, because I think I had a welcome code or something. And again, I don't think that's too bad for nice quality jewellery. If you get sort of similar dainty jewellery from Astrid and Miyu, then it's going to cost you even more perhaps, or around the same sort of price. And I do have quite a bit of jewellery from Astrid and Miyu, so hopefully when I try these they will feel of a similar quality and I'll be happy with how they look. So yeah, I'm excited to try these out. So in terms of earrings, I've got my first and second lobes done, and my cartilage, I think this is called helix, yeah, lower helix done, and my forward helix done here. These two, I mean, in fact, as well as this one because I've got my rook, all my cartilage piercings just don't seem to heal. It's really annoying, so ignore that if you can see redness or a bit of crustiness. Gross, I know. But I'm really excited to try these in my first and second lobes. So I'm going to take out these. This is going to be fiddly with my nails, I'm telling you now. Oh my goodness, these hoops are so tiny I can barely even hold them, but I don't know if you can even see that. So yeah, this is going to be a challenge to get this in my ear, and I hope that it fits and it's not too tight. Oh, that's quite a solid click. Oh, that fits really nicely. I can feel that it's not too tight and it's got a bit of movement there. That's really cute. I'm really happy with that. And that is the second one in there. So yeah, really happy with those. And now we're going to put in the Astrid ones. So this is what the earring looks like, and it's got the back bit just kind of hooked on to the top stud. So I guess you could have it without the bottom bit if you wanted. So it is just a loose sort of attachment. But what's really nice is that it also has different options for the sizing depending on your lobe size. Okay, so that is my earrings all in. That was kind of a challenge with these nails, but I think they look so super cute and dainty, and they look just like the picture, which is exactly what you want really, but exactly what I was particularly hoping for, because I bought some earrings similar to this. I tried to get a cheaper version. They were like £10 from H. Samuel, and they just don't look like this. They don't have the option to adjust on the back, and they just leave a gap between the lobe and the bottom crystal, and it just doesn't look the same. So I'm really pleased with these. I actually used the middle hole for the adjustment because the bottom hole was too short of a distance for my lobe, so really happy that there's the option to actually adjust it and customize to your particular ear, and like the depth of your piercing in your lobe. So I think that's a really nice attention to detail. I'll just give you a little close-up as well so you can hopefully see a bit better. And that is everything for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed filming this, and if you enjoyed watching it, please leave me a like or a comment down below, and consider subscribing for more videos like this. It would really mean the world to me. Please also leave me a comment down below. I'd be really interested to know which product you like the look of the most, or if you have any of these products already, or if you like the look of them and you're gonna buy them now. But anyways, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Can you not? I'm trying to film here.